How about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Thank you, Tim. Tim says he couldn't hear me. Can you hear me now? It was muted for some reason. So what I was saying, Jen, thank you, Tim, for shouting me out. And that I do love our community. And Jen, please eat breakfast. It's important. Yes. Okay. Yes. I'm getting lots of yeses. Yes. Good. Goodness. Who else here this morning? We have Casey is here. Good morning. Tim is here. Victoria is here. Everybody's here. Alicia is here. Welcome, everyone. Okay, so I'm super excited about this morning. I'm very excited about this live. And I do want to have some time at the end to answer questions if you have them. So the first part of this, I'm going to be sharing some time management tips for teachers. When I was checking with teachers, what do you need? What would be most helpful? Because I'm just always trying to come up with things to help teachers, especially those that are teaching online right now. The biggest thing was time. There's not enough time. I'm drowning. I need a secretary to help me get everything done. And so I've put together a little bit of a training this morning, some tips that I want to offer to help with that. And then at the end, stick around to the end because I have a new amazing thing that I have created that I think is super helpful, hopefully. And I hope it'll be helpful. And I am going to give it away to one person. Amy Lou came over because of his shout out. Thank you, Tim, for that. I appreciate you. Good vibes. Y'all are so sweet. I love this community. Y'all are so great. Okay, so we're going to jump into it. I want to make sure we have time for everything this morning. So I've got 5 tips that I want to give for time management for teachers this morning. And then I'm going to share with you the new thing that I have created that is hopefully very helpful for teachers and hopefully give it away to one person who is here and interested in it. So, okay, here we go. Tip number 1, plan 1 week at a time. This is key for me because a lot of times you look at the whole picture or you look at the 9 weeks or the semester, it gets very overwhelming. And if I can sit down and just look at this week ahead of me and plan for that week, that's manageable. 1 week is manageable. And it depends on how many classes and things you have too. But if you can sit down and plan 1 week at a time, then it's not completely overwhelming and you are prepared for the next 7 days. So don't try to do everything at once. Don't try to plan out your whole semester. You generally have your scope and sequence of what you need to be teaching, so you can keep yourself on track with that. But as far as your lesson plans, your activities, plan a week at a time. It's manageable and you don't get too overwhelmed. Let's see who else is here this morning. People are jumping in. Paige is here. Hi, Paige. And Luann, good morning. And Cindy is here. Good morning, Cindy. All right, so tip number 1 for time management for teachers is you're just going to plan 1 week at a time. Keep it manageable. My second tip, you want to use a block schedule and batch your work. This has been a game changer for me. If I can sit down and block off a certain amount of time and say, I'm going to work on whatever it is, my math lesson plan for this amount of time, set a timer. And that's all you're doing for that amount of time. And when the timer goes off, be done, get out. You work on it for a set amount of time. You are super productive because you know that's the only amount of time that you have allotted for it that day. So you're more inclined to get more done in that amount of time instead of, oh, I just kind of need to get this done today. I have half an hour or 1 hour to work on this thing, and this is the only thing I'm doing during this set time. So you block off your schedule and you batch as much of that thing that you can during that time. Or if you need to answer parent emails, I have 30 minutes here to answer parent emails. That's all I'm doing in this amount of time, and I'm going to crank it out. You are more intentional, you're more productive, it's more efficient. So block off your schedule and batch your work during that time. My third tip, I want you to keep appointments with yourself. Now, most people don't think when you block off your schedule like that, I'm going to do this during this time and this during this time. You are making an appointment with yourself. And you should respect yourself enough to keep that appointment, right? If from 8:30 to 9:30, I'm going to work on my science lesson plans. If something else comes along, hey, can you help me with this? Hey, I need you to do this. I have an appointment with myself right now. This is a way of setting boundaries, keeping yourself on task, keeping yourself productive, and you can get more done. You are worth that. And you should keep appointments with yourself that you set. Don't go squirreling off onto other things. You are talking to the queen of squirreling. So this has been a really big deal for me to say, I've scheduled this time for myself to do this thing. I've got to stick with it. So set those boundaries, keep those appointments with yourself, and get it done. The fourth thing, you guys, the notifications are killer. I need to hear from somebody. How many of you out there who are watching, the notifications pop up either on your computer or on your phone? It's Facebook, it's Instagram, it's an email, it's a calendar item, it's something. It pops up and you go, ooh, shiny. And then you've got to check and see what it is, right? Somebody commented or liked something or somebody posted something and you're checking it, right? And it totally throws you off from whatever it was you were working on. If I have those notifications on while I'm trying to work, squirrel, I'm gone. I am getting into something else. Tim says, yes, absolutely. Paige, I turn off all notifications. High five, Paige. I'm high fiving you through the screen because that's awesome. It's so hard. And for some reason, we feel like we're going to miss something really important if we turn those off, right? Like, Facebook world is going to explode and you're going to miss everything if you turn off your notifications. But I promise, if you block off an hour to work on a specific thing and shut down those notifications, you're not going to miss anything too important and you can come back to it later. It'll be okay. Let's see. Paige says, I teach my kids in study skills to turn them off too. Yes. See, so we teach this to our kids for studying and getting things done. Why don't we do it ourselves? Hello, grown-ups. Let's be the adults and use these good skills as well. Jen, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok notifications off. Gmail notifications on though. All right now, Jen. All right. It's going to be there whenever you get done. It's going to be there. Okay. Now, I do understand if that's your only way of communicating with parents, it's hard. But again, it's that idea of, this is my blocked time, my schedule with myself, my appointments for myself, right? This is my work time. It's a boundary setting. It's hard. For those of us who want to help a lot, right? We want to be available to people. We don't want to cut off that ability for people to communicate. But if you disappear for 1 hour to get something done, I promise the world will keep spinning. And it took me a while to figure that out. And I still struggle with it sometimes. It's hard. You have to be able to put the phone down, turn the notifications off, and escape for just a little bit to get things done and be productive and have that peace of mind that you have accomplished something and you're not constantly being distracted. All right, Tim says, I use the Pomodoro technique. It's an app, 25-minute work blocks with a 5-minute break. Need to turn off notifications. I love that. That's great. Yeah, even if you just do it for 25 minutes and take a 5-minute break, that's awesome. Think of how much you could get done within 25 minutes if you set that time completely aside with no distractions and are fully engaged in what you're trying to get done. How much could you accomplish? Try it. I want you to try it this week and see what happens. Room for improvement, girl, every day. Every day I have room for improvement. Every day. It's a battle. It's a battle for those of us who want to help. We want to be available for people for sure. So turn those notifications off. The very last thing I'm going to suggest is to prioritize those graded tasks. Now, a lot of online teachers, you may not have to grade things, but for those who are in brick and mortar, or brick and mortar teachers now are online teachers, right? There's a lot of hybrid, a lot of virtual education. And if you're giving assignments constantly for children to practice and show that they understand, show comprehension, it's easy to get in this habit of do the assignment, grade the assignment, do the assignment, grade the assignment. Right now, in the middle of 2020 pandemic craziness, I highly recommend that you look at what you're assigning, look at what's being completed by your students, and really what needs a grade. What's the goal, right? You want to show mastery of a skill. So just because they've done an assignment doesn't mean you have to grade it. You need to check that they've completed it, maybe look over it if it's just horribly wrong and they need to review it. That's important. But there are only so many things that you need to check for actual mastery to have a grade in your grade book. And I think a lot of teachers have to kind of step back from this idea of I have to grade everything they do. We don't have to grade every single thing they do. We have to make sure that they are on track and let them know what they need to be working on. But this process of looking through, grading, putting it in the grade book, it's a big, long process that takes a lot of time that you don't need to be spending on every single assignment that they complete. So, Jen, yeah, a phone addiction. Right here. I struggle with that every single day. The struggle is very real. So if you are a teacher who feels the need to grade all the things, I'm just going to ask that you take a step back and prioritize what needs a grade to show mastery of skills and what can be practice work to review and learn that doesn't have to have a grade to show mastery. Just a thought to consider. That was something I struggled with for quite a while when I was a brick and mortar teacher. When I taught third grade, thought I got to grade it to show that they did it. I got to show that they completed it. Completion grades were a big deal. Why? Why completion grades? Now, if a kid is not doing their schoolwork consistently, you address that. But to grade every blessed thing, that is eating your time and is unnecessary. So with all of this in mind, with time management in mind, I made a thing. I'm so excited. So I use a system. I use a digital project management system to keep myself organized. I do work from home. I do teach online, but I teach online for 2 different companies. I consult and coach multiple teachers for multiple companies every week. I'm creating content. There's a lot. I'm lesson planning, creating resources. It's a lot to keep up with, plus mom life, right? There's all the personal stuff, doctor's appointments, things that have to get done. So with my own life, I had to come up with a system that would help keep me on track and keep me organized. And then I heard all these teachers saying, we're drowning, we need help, I can't keep up with everything. I need a secretary. I can't tell you how many teachers were like, I just need a secretary. So you know what? I made you a secretary. I obviously cannot hire a secretary, a person for everyone, but I have created a training for a system that can be implemented within 2 days for teachers so that it is just like having your own personal secretary. Now, I'm going to try to share my screen so you can see what it is I'm talking about. I'm going to pull it up. I want this one. Here it is. Can you see it? Is it showing? Yes, I think it's showing. Okay. This is teacher's personal secretary. And I'm going to scroll on down to this. You guys, I made this thing. I'm so excited about it. Teacher's personal secretary. What is it? Let's just come on down and look at it. If you are stretched too thin, if you feel like there's no way to get everything done, you feel like you're doing a million things, seems like you can never cross anything off your list. You guys, this is me before I had this system. You cannot find enough hours in each day to get the sleep that you need or spend time with your family. I felt guilty spending time with my family because I needed to get all these other things done, or I felt guilty doing all the other things because I wasn't spending time with my family. If any of this sounds like you, let me hear it. Casey says, yes. Tim says, yes. Yes. This was me before I had a system in place. So what if there was a way to take control of your schedule and find more time in your day? What if you could actually do that? That's why I made this. That's why I put this together. I want you to feel good about what you're doing. I want you to get rid of that sense of being overwhelmed all the time and feel confident that sleep and family time can still be a priority, even if you're a teacher. Teachers somehow believe that they don't get sleep. They don't get family time. They have to make small amounts of money and be overworked, underpaid. Garbage. That's garbage. Okay. It is. So if you are ready to take control of your schedule and your tasks, I've got Teacher's Personal Secretary for you, and you can do it in 2 days. You can do this over the weekend, or we've got the holidays coming up. Take part of your holiday break and crank this out. Right now, it's $20. Okay, $20 for right now. On the 22nd, November 22nd, the price will go up. This is a launch low price of $20 because I want you guys to grab it. I want you to have access to it and see how it can help you. So let's talk about what's inside it. Let me check my comments real quick. Oh, Paige. Yeah. Rachel's Teacher Secretary is awesome. Keeps my life in line. Way cheaper than a real secretary. That is exactly right. And you are in control of how it works. Alicia says, yes. Listen, I'm excited for you. It's been a game changer for me. Okay, so this is one place where you can reference and organize all your information, all your tasks. So you can't necessarily hire another person to be your secretary. I can't. But you can create this system that fills that same role, and it's going to simplify your life. So you're going to get those never-ending lists out of your head. It's going to be in a neatly organized, color-coded, magical system. Who here loves color-coded systems? I think it's a teacher thing, or maybe it's an elementary teacher thing. I love the color coding. I think it's happy. You're going to get out of the chaos, get out of that feeling of being overwhelmed, and you're going to have control. You're going to have simple, actionable tasks. Reclaim your time, reclaim your peace, and have mental clarity. When you've got so much going on up here, you can't think straight. Get it out and regain your mental clarity. So there are 5 videos and there's an ebook in this. It's a 5-video training. Let me see. Tim says, Rachel introduced this to me. I'm loving it. There's a lot you can do with it. Simple plan Rachel is sharing will get you up and running on this thing. You will love it. Thank you, Tim. I love it. Come on with your colors. Yes, Alicia, girl, I love me some rainbow coordinating. Okay, so video 1, the system that we're using is Asana. That's the name of the digital project management system, is Asana. So we're going to talk about the goals. I'm going to tell you what Asana is. I'm going to give you the step-by-step instructions to set up your account. It's free, because everybody loves free. We're going to talk about the compartments of your life to create your projects. We're going to designate that system for color coding and simplifying your tasks. Video 2, we're going to do sections and tasks in your central hub and for lesson plans. So you're going to end up with 6 different compartments of your life, and we're going to break it down until you've got little bitty tasks that are simple and actionable and intentional. We'll look at your view options. You can have different view options within Asana. So it can be in a calendar. It can be a board, think bulletin boards. It can be in a list, like a task list. So you can view it different ways. It's all personal preference. You can attach links. You can attach documents. It streamlines your system. Video 3, we're going to focus on your teacher tasks and your important dates that you want to remember. And you guys, the beautiful color-coded calendar. It just makes my heart happy. So, and then there's also a way you can collaborate with other teachers within Asana, which is a very cool feature. Video 4 is all about your personal to-do list and your brain dump section, all of those don't forget things that you want to hang on to. We're going to cover all of that because we're not just teachers. We have lives outside of that, right? And that needs to be accounted for as well. The last video, we wrap it all up, make sure you feel good about what you've created, talk about what's next so you can optimize and implement and have a little party because now you have an amazing system in place so you can do this. So I'm coming back to comments here and there just to see where we're at. Paige says, I accomplished so much more in my day. Yes, I do too. Before I had this, it was just all in this, like this weight of all the things that need to get done, right? It just sits on you. And when you get it in a system like this and it looks pretty, it makes you happy, it makes you productive, it gives you more mental clarity and peace of mind. It's just fantastic. And Tim says, I use this for my private tutoring students too. Yeah, you can use this whether you are a brick and mortar teacher, if you are an online teacher, it can be used. You personalize it to you. That's why it's teacher's personal secretary. So I also included a bonus in here. There's a bonus video and it's called Advanced Asana. So once you get through all the trainings, you get your personal secretary set up. I'm going to teach you how to create templates for those repeated tasks that you do over and over. So you're not constantly recreating new tasks. You have templates that you can copy. And then also all the tech integrations that Asana has, you guys. It's a beautiful digital world. So you do not have to be brilliant with technology to use something like this. It is broken down step by step. There are screenshots. I have video tutorials demonstrating exactly click here, click here, click here to show you exactly how to set it all up. So it's broken down very simply. Asana itself is free. There is a paid version, but I don't use it because free, right? So all of this can be a reality for you if you want it. It's $20. So I'm going to copy the link and stick it in the chat. It is live today. So if you would like this product, if you would like this tool to set up your own personal secretary, go to that link. I think I can, I used to be able to pin it. I don't know if I can pin it or not, but that's okay. I'm going to stop sharing that screen. If you have questions about Teacher's Personal Secretary, I want you to drop them in the chat. I want you to feel good about it. I want you to understand what it is. If you are watching the replay of this later, also you can drop questions in the chat or you can email me, mercifulmornings@gmail.com. Let me know what your questions are and I am happy to answer them. I'm just really excited. I'm really excited to share this because it's been a game changer for me. And I want it to be a game changer for you too. Pin it in the comments of your video. Okay, when I get back on to YouTube itself instead of StreamYard, I will pin that on there. So any questions about this? I do want to give it to somebody. I really want to give it to somebody. So if you are interested in winning this, we don't have a ton of people here this morning. So you've got a really good chance. If you want this, just give me a yes in the comments. And I'm going to stick your name in for this for free. It is $20 this week. On the 22nd, the price will go up. So if you want it, put your name in. And if you want to grab it, be sure you grab it this week. Oh, they're coming in. Okay. We've got, I got to make sure I can get them all. If it'll let me. All right. We've got Casey. We've got Luann. Oh my goodness. Y'all are coming in fast. I got to get them. Casey, Luann, Jen, Alicia. Oops. Alicia. Who else is on here? Cindy, Amy Lou. I'm getting you in there. Who else? Elizabeth. Victoria, I see you there. All right. So many things going on in my world right now, says Cindy. Yes. Yes, Cindy. There. Listen, I want to grab like everything. There's so many different things to grab right now. Okay, I'm wrapping it up. Did I get everybody? I got Casey, Luann, Jen, Alicia, Cindy, Amy Lou, Elizabeth, Victoria. Speak now or forever hold your peace. All right. I think I got everybody. All right. Paige, let your secretary keep your life in order. Yes. All right. Let me see if I can get this. I will go. I don't know if this is going to let me do. Okay. Share my screen. This is my first time to do this, you guys. This is so fun. Share screen. This tab. Share. All right, here we are. You like all the ads that are on this page? This is lovely. Okay, here we go. Spinning, spinning. Ooh. Yeah, Cindy. Yay, Cindy. I'm so many things going on in your world right now, and you just won. So now you can get it all organized. Okay, Cindy, if you will email me mercifulmornings@gmail.com. Let me pull that back up so you can see it. Not that you can't remember it. It's in the description box. So email me and I will get you your free copy of Teacher's Personal Secretary. Yay, Cindy said, pick me. I did pick you. Yay, you won. Okay, that was so fun. You guys, we should do this more often. I love this. Okay, that's it for today. Again, if you've got questions about this, the link is in our chat and I will make sure to put it. It should be in the description below the video as well. So, and if you just go to mercifulmornings.com, you can find it there. I hope the tips, if nothing else, I hope the tips in this video were helpful for you. I hope that you feel a little more confident in managing your time and having more peace of mind, mental clarity going through your day. Cindy says, now I have a secretary. And isn't that fun? Isn't that just fun to say? I got a secretary. One of these days, maybe I'll jump back in here and pull up my Asana account just so you can see the colored calendar. It's intense. I use it for everything. So, all right, you guys, that's it. Thank you everybody for being here. And if you've got any other questions, holler at me. Let me make sure I got all of our, oh, it froze up on me. Click the comment.